हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत नः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम्। ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यं। भद्रकाले नमो नमः। वेदान्त विद्यास्थानेभ्य एव च। ॐ नमः प्रणवार्ताय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुः श्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत्। अनिराकरणम् अस्त्वनिराकरणम् मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरते य उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरि ओम। We'll chant second mantra. श्रोत्रस्य श्रोत्रं मनसो मनोयत् वाचो हवाचं स प्राणस्य प्राणः चक्षुषश्चक्षुः अतिमुच्य धीराः प्रेत्यस्माल्लोकात् अमृता भवन्ति न तत्र चक्षुर्गच्छति न वाग्गच्छति नो मनः न विद्मः न विजानीमः यथा एतत् अनुशिष्यात् अन्यदेव tad viditat atho aviditat adhi iti sushruma purvesham yenas tadvyachachakshire yenas tadvyachachakshire. We had seen that this Upanishad started with a question. And the question was that we see this world or our own body, mind, etc., which are having varied consciousness, which are not having its self-effulgent consciousness. Body is sentient, but body is not of the nature of consciousness. Sentient means which has borrowed consciousness. And therefore the question was that this mind or the body or the intellect which has a borrowed consciousness, what is that one source of all these, which is the enlivener of these? This was the first mantra. Second mantra was the answer. I am repeating it so that you can recall back. Second mantra was the answer. Given it was the eyes of the eyes, ear of the ear, and all that. And the point was, this was the Lakshan. That consciousness which is there is neither object, neither material, neither attribute, neither changing, neither transient. Because there has to be a lender. If there is a borrower, there has to be lender. But that lender should not have the nature of borrower. It should not be any part of the borrower. This borrower assemblage it should not be having any property or the borrower assemblage. This was the mind. And therefore that consciousness should be, that should not be an object. It should be subject. You heard all these things. Then the third mantra came back, that what is the praman for that? How to know it? Then it was said there was no conventional means of knowledge valid there. Eyes, ears, etc. And the teacher went to the extent that I don't know also. And I don't know how to tell also. It's not that he doesn't know. He means to say he doesn't know how, he can't tell it through the regular means. And then he himself gave a means, anya dev tad viditat atho aviditat adi. It is different than the known and it is different than the unknown. This was the point and we had discussed on that topic. But I still feel I should talk more on this topic. Because this is a very key point. Now I'll go to this point. What is the meaning of known? What is the meaning of unknown? And how that is different from known and unknown. Point number one is that anything which is illumined, by something else, which is proved by something else, that does not have its own existence. anything which is proved by something else, that means it doesn't have its own existence. But that means I can only speak when I have a certain notes in front of me, supposing. Some speakers are there, they write everything, including jokes. I've heard this. That is also a joke. So he will see like that. Even in the regular MC thing I see sometimes. Actually, you can keep some notes. You can keep some notes to refer. But word by word, each and every word, there was one church. In that church, there was a father or priest, what is it called? Pastor. So he used to give lecture for 1 hour, 2 hours. One day he stopped in 5 minutes. So the listeners asked him, he said, what happened? He said, cow ate my notes. I was coming. On the way, it transnatched the paper and ate them. So there was one person, he raised his hand. He said, can you lend your cow to my priest also? Of other church. When you can speak only when there is a paper or some notes, then means you don't have your own knowledge. You're not speaking from a heart. I look good only after makeup. That means I don't have beauty. If I had beauty, I will be looking good with or without makeup. That is not a point. This was Bhagavan Krishna. Even if he had not put on any chandan, etc. in the night, he looked very beautiful. Because it was his nature. Anything which is its own nature doesn't want something else to endorse that nature. If something else is required to endorse it, to justify it, truth does not need any justification. I have to justify my lie a lot from another lie, but I need not justify the truth. What needs a justification to prove? That means it is false. First thing is, I am talking of the topic with known. Then I will come to unknown. Although I have seen it, but I will see from more angles today. See, this flower is there. This flower is seen because the light is falling on that. If light was not falling on the flower, I couldn't have seen the flower. No? If light was not falling on the flower and bathing the flower well, I wouldn't be able to see the flower. That means the flower depends on its validation on the light. If light was not there, I could not have validated this flower's color. Or I need a touch, or a touch is required at least. Supposing there is no light, then I need to touch, okay, this is the flower. It needs something else to validate its existence. But still I cannot see what color it is. What color it is, I cannot see. I can say this is a flower. From my touch, I can make it out this is a flower. But it is blue or yellow or white, I cannot say that. I need eyes. To taste something, I see a dish is there. Some dish is kept. Of that dish, I cannot see is it sour, or it is salty, or it is sweet, or it is too much sweet. I can guess. I think it appears little salty. From the fragrance, I can make it out that it is tasty also. But exactly, it is how much right you have to taste it. So these things depends on something else for its validation and for its proof. A very big point is there of Vedanta. Don't take it lightly. These are very heavily loaded sutras are there in capsule form. Capsule. In one capsule, lot of small particles are there. If you open it, you see the mixture of so many things are there. It is not one homogeneous medicine. That is tablet. But if you open the capsule, small particles are there. I think they mix so many other things. Throw it and eat the capsule. No, nothing will happen. It won't have a meaning. But I don't know why do they design so that it can be opened. Pharmacists to find out. If you have to eat whole, then why do they design that you can open it? It's my question. Why if you have to take half, then you can open it? They should have sealed it. Anyway, that's not the topic here. Topic is here, anything which is proved by something else, it's not true. We have not thought. We are very lazy in thinking. सोचना जरा सा. Even sun which you see, sun needs my eyes to prove itself. If my eyes are not there, then sun cannot be proved. And for my eyes to prove, there has to be mind. And for mind to prove, there has to be light of consciousness illuminating the mind. So in this world, everything is proved by something else. It is proved, whole space or whole air is proved by my skin. Whole world of taste is proved from my tongue. When I say tongue, it means the knowledge emanating from the tongue. The light of consciousness emanating from my tongue, that proves the whole world of taste. The light of consciousness emanating from my ear, it is proving words. The light of consciousness emanating from my eyes proves the whole space, or proves this light. Are you following? What happens? What happens? What happens? Very interesting thing happens. This light is there, this light. It has fallen on this flower and it has enveloped the flower very well, and therefore you can see it very well. Same, it is dim light, then you say, no, it's hazy, I can't see it very clearly. Therefore light is here. So then you can see the speaker clearly. Your ears are also having light. So ears are also enveloping the words. Supposing I say something very softly, husband, why did you go? I said, what did Swami say? Michael, where is you? Michael, where did you go? Supposing I said it in little, I jumbled up certain words, so you will feel that, what did he say? Because the light of your ears is not able to envelop it properly. It has to be well enveloped. Then you say, oh, I got it. I understood it. Supposing you have cold, etc. So there is a light emanating from your nose also. Nasika Jyoti is there. Then you can't smell properly. Some COVID people lost the smell. This was one of the symptoms of COVID was there. Losing the smell. I hope they got it back. When Shalu is there, she lost the smell. She doesn't have smell only. How is it possible? I can't understand. But peculiar case. She can't smell what is burning. She can't smell the fragrance of a nice flower. I mean, eyes, we hear people have lost eyes, people have lost the hearing. But losing the smell, very rare. But we hear it. My point is very important. What is my point? My point is the light of consciousness emanates from my eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and envelops the respective sense objects, and then only you know it. My dear, what you see, sun. Actually, my light of consciousness has enveloped the sun, and therefore sun is known as UN. It has gone from here and enveloped it. So everything is proved not by itself. It is proved by something else. Tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. And therefore all the known world is not justified by itself. It needs somebody else to justify it. In this world, there is only one thing which doesn't need something else to justify itself. And that is called yourself. ये कमाल की बात है. Just I am contemplating on that mantra. This is point number 1. अच्छा think of something which is proved by itself. Think of something. It has to get my validity. My means the consciousness has to tell it. By itself it cannot. If something is real, it doesn't need something else to make it proved. This is one point. Unproved. It is all unproved. Oh, second point. Just get some data. If you are finding difficult, don't worry. This topic is like that. Well, I am understanding it. I am quite subtle. So, the second point is, we see many consciousnesses are there as if he is also Mr. Such and Such, she is also Mrs. Such and Such. His name is Rakesh, his name is Suresh, his name is Dinesh, his name is Umesh. Her name is Deena. Her name is Shanti. Her name is Bongi. So Bongi was her maid, I think. So then why you saying maid? So everybody has. So we see different consciousnesses are there. That means your consciousness is my drishya and my consciousness is your drishya. If I see you housed in a body, what I say, a jeev, that means you are my object. And when anything is an object, it is about to fade. Any object will fade away. That means your consciousness is inert for me. See the contradiction. Because anything which is seen is always an inert thing. Yad drishyam tad jadam. That means your consciousness is inert for me and my consciousness is inert for you. That means inert definition of inert is what I don't know. like the paperweight is inert. That means I should not know myself, which is not the case. You know yourself. How can your consciousness be my sin? And I know myself. The definition of inert is that which does not know itself, neither it knows others. But if your consciousness was in your body, and his consciousness was in his body, and her consciousness was in her body, so the world's population is 7 billion, supposing, and only human being. And only that means 7 billion consciousnesses are there. Gajab ho gaya saab. Leaving the plant and leaving the animal. It will be many billions. Trillion it will go to. If you take all ant, etc. Now I ask you this question, that who are you? And you say, I am Mr. X or XY. What is your definition? I know myself. This is consciousness. But when I say that I see you, and if I feel that your consciousness in your body, that means your consciousness will become inert and perishable. And therefore, it is not possible that your consciousness is in your body. And it is not possible that I am seeing your consciousness with my eyes, or I am feeling your consciousness. It's a wrong thing that I am seeing what I am seeing. And I am seeing you. No, you are seeing the body, but you are not seeing the consciousness. But I feel the body, in the body there is a consciousness. Where you saw the body? Where you saw the consciousness in the body? You have not seen the consciousness. This is the ignorance aspect, because it cannot be proved. Anything which you feel but can't be proved is because of Maya and ignorance. I am seeing you. I am seeing your body. I am not seeing your consciousness. But I feel I am inside. It is not provable. Because if it is provable, you will become inert. And I will also become inert. Everybody will become inert only. Only inert will be there then. If inert is there, who will prove it is inert? And also need a consciousness to prove it is inert. I hope you have understood. Oh my God. Imagine that everybody, if because anything which is an object, that means it will always be inert. Because it needs a light to illuminate. Anything which is illumined will be inert. I cannot illuminate your consciousness. Therefore, manyness of the consciousness is not a provable fact, sir. Why? Because I will become inert. That means I don't know myself, but I know myself. Aham asmi, I know I am. Aham bhami, I know I am illuminating myself. And I also know I have not changed. There is one factor which is eliminating everything, and you also know aham asmi. That means this knowledge that consciousness is in all bodies, different bodies, this is false knowledge. It is a reflected consciousness which is out of Maya appearing in the body. It is not the main consciousness. This is point number 2. I hope this is clear. Topic is the vidit word, known. And therefore the consciousness should not be known, it should be other than known. Anyad e viditat. This is second point. You are finding difficult, don't worry. God will explain you. He is the only Guru. Maharishi Patanjali says, Sarvesham api guruhu kalen anavachhedat tasya vajaka pranavah tajjapah tadartha bhavanam. So he is the Guru, don't worry. You pray and he will come in your mind and give you updesh. If you have faith. If you don't have faith, I can't do anything. Well, I don't have faith also, I can understand here also, I think I should die. No, don't die, etc. People have to work a lot. Unnecessarily, why to increase other work? 4 people are required after that. They have to take leave. Then Shraddha, etc. expenses are there. Don't add all this. Everybody is very busy, by the way. So, second point. Third point. Collect all these data. One point Ashika writes here. When you see something, you never see whole. You only see one tukda, one part. Whole world also you have not seen. I am seeing right now. When I see this as bag, I can't see this bag. When I see here, you can't see. I have not seen the past 1000 years back. I have not seen what is other than this place. I don't know what is happening in the neighbor also. Whatever you perceive, it is only perception of a small part of the whole known world. I agree. Agree, I agree. So and whatever is perceived cannot be the consciousness, because it is only one small known part. It is not complete. You are seeing very incomplete. You don't have eaten the whole food. You have eaten very small portion of the food. Very small. There is a million kinds of tastes are there. You only know very little of the taste. You have not tasted. You have tasted crocodile. Unless you are Chinese. You have not tasted many things. Huh? You have not tasted, what is it called, cactus. You have not seen many things. You have not seen your own lungs. You have not seen your own back. You have not seen your own kidney. Forget about something else. Very close. You have not seen your stomach also. Maybe if sonography is there, you can see the picture of the stomach, but not seen it. Many things you have not seen at all. You see very little. Various things you have not heard. Various languages you have not heard. You have not heard Mexican, you have not heard Spanish. There are 100,000 kinds of languages all over the world. You hear very little. You have not touched many things. You have not touched the bottom of the sea. You have not touched, what is it called? Anaconda. Million things you have not touched. So whatever you know is very small portion of the total. So yat viditam tad alpam. It is very little you have known. How can that little be the consciousness, sir? Because consciousness should be unlimited. You have heard the naming of consciousness, that one who is the enlivener should not be object, should not be material, should not be in space and time. So if something is small is there, it will always be in some space, and sometimes you know very little. And therefore whatever is seen cannot be consciousness. This is the third point. Oh. And therefore never have Abhiman, I know a lot. You know very little. Rather, if you progress in any science, only you understand that I know little, so much little I know. You know little, you know very little about the whole science when you know the subject very well. There are branches, sub-branches, sub-sub-branches, sub-sub-sub-branches of the same. You are amazed and stunned to see that there is so much of knowledge in that. There is so much of science is there. There is so much of thinking involved in that. Whether it is medical, whether it is engineering, whether it is knowledge of making bridge, whether it is astrology, whether it is astronomy, whether it is psychology, whether it is philosophy, whether it is a rocket making, aeroplane making, so many sciences are there. You know very little. So everybody knows very, 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 very little. How can that little be complete consciousness? Because consciousness is not the part of any knowledge. If consciousness is a part of knowledge, other knowledges, who is illuminating? Chacha ji. This is the third point. Fourth point. Fourth point. Oh, there is a reflection going on. Reflection. How it is other than known. We see in the world existences. Like we said, consciousnesses. Existences. Wow, wow, wow. Existence of this flower, existence of this watch, existence of this book, existence of this paperweight, existence of this cloth. All existences are dependent or independent? Huh? Dependent. Independent, क्या बात कर रहे हो भाई? Please be awake. If I destroy this flower, this paperweight is not destroyed. So they are independent existences. I can destroy the flower. Shall I destroy? No, not destroy. I can destroy your watch, not mine. And then they will say this watch is no more existing. Or some person is no more existing. Achha, he does not exist anymore. And then you don't use the word is, we use the word was. My grandfather was there. Not is there. No, he is no more there. No more. Achha? The earlier president is no more the president. He was existing, but he is no more existing. Achha? Mandela is no more existing. Achha? Okay. Okay. So you use the word is and was. That existence has gone away. But my question is, sir, can existences be many? Well, yes. The more the merrier. देखो बेकार की बात मत करो. If existences are many, because all existences are going into non-existence. If existences are many, the problem will be, they all will be non-existent in each other. If existences are many, they are non-existent in each other, that means non-existence exists. It's a contradiction. How can non-existent exist? Because if existences are many, all will negate each other. Because the existence of this paperweight is non-existing in this flower. The existence of this flower is not existing in this paperweight. The existence of the flower and paperweight is not existing in the book. So non-existent exists. So existence will be there. This is the fourth point. Don't forget the flow of thought. And therefore existences cannot be many. Just a corollary of that. If two things can be separated, that means they are not nature of each other. If I can separate the whiteness of the milk, then I can say no, milk's nature is not to be white. But wall was white, so I scrubbed the wall and the white color came out. So wall's nature was not white. If two things can be separated, that means it is not the nature of the thing. If I can separate A from B, that means A is not the nature of B. Am I clear? Hair can be separated, therefore hair is not the nature of my head. I can go and shave. It is not the nature of my head. Fine. But how much I scrub my face, the color of my skin cannot change. Although some of you try. Some of you have taken besan in the night and put some milk in it, and in the night they put it on their face so that the color changes, and morning you got up, nothing happened. Because that is your original color, it cannot change too much. You have tried? Not tried. Somebody has tried, don't say no. It won't change too much. Maybe little changes may be there. If A cannot be separated from B, that means A is the nature of B. If A can be separated from B, that means A is not the nature of B, my son. Why? If this, I say flower is existing. Now there are two components in this knowledge. One is flower, other is existing. Existence and flower. Flower and existence. But when I crush the flower, I crush it and I make a petal out of it, or I burn it, then flower is not existing. That means existence can be removed from the flower. That means existence is not the nature of the flower. Please note, existence is there. Now I say ash exists. The flower I burned, it became ash. Ash exists. Ash can be separated from, again I put the water, then I can say no, mud exists. Existence I cannot kill, but name and form I can kill. Therefore, whole world can't have many existences. It is only one non-killable existence. So, vidit means all name and form. This is the fourth point. Let me have a quick recap. Number 1 point was anything which is illumined by that, what is proved by something else, it cannot be true. Whole world is proved by me, the consciousness, and therefore world cannot be true. That's the first point. Second point was consciousnesses cannot be many, because if many consciousnesses are there, they'll become inert, which is impossible. Then who will say it is inert? The second point. Third point was, you see only one part of the thing. And fourth point is there cannot be many existences, because existence is separable from any object. Kamal hai. We live all in delusion. And we easily say, this person exists, person doesn't exist. Existence has no relation with the person. Existence has no relation with any name and form. Existence has no relation. It is the reflection of existence which is appearing in any person. This flower does not exist. Existence appears as a flower. Flower is not existing. Existence appears as flower. If it is difficult, leave it, don't worry. No, I'm understanding. Fifth point. In this non-existing world, which is not true also. You see, this body is true, right? The person dies away, right? And the body is immersed. It is burnt or it is cremated. Then you see, this person is no more. Acha, that name and form was walking, talking is no more now. He used to sit here only. यहीं बैठते थे साहब. Every evening he was sitting here. Here only. This is his chair. He used to sit here all the time. Acha, he loved the rocking chair. Acha, always he used to rock while he is sitting on the chair. And sometimes Swami, it so happens nobody is sitting with chair, still rocks. Oh my God, that's dangerous. That's scary. In the horror movies, they show like that. क्या हुआ उनका? Where is this weight? How old he was? How much he was? He was 80. He was trying to reduce. He came up to 78. Just 78, But now, what is the weight now? What is the form? Where the smile has gone? He was roaring laughter. Where his laughter has gone? Where is that body? Non-existence. Whole world is like that. Where sorrow comes in, you know where sorrow comes in. When I see the world, which is appearing existence, I contemplate. I feel it has joy. I enjoy as if object go away, impression remains. Expression without impression is depression. I liked you so much. I loved you so much. I gave my heart, everything to, but you ran away. You left me. You left me. I gave so much of love to you. The time we used to spend time together under a tree. We used to talk a lot. We used to gossip. We used to chit-chat. We used to eat together. We used to spend so much of time together. But you are not there now for me. My impression is still there. If impression was not there, no problem. But my impression is there. My vasana is there. And that gives pain. This is called sorrow. Sorrow is not situational, it is impressional. It is vasanized. Unfulfilled vasana is called sorrow. Therefore, here viditam tak dukkham, dukkhatmakam. I hope this 5 point. All are about viditam. Oh. Because form's nature is to disappear. Body's nature is to disappear. Situation's nature is to disappear. It is appearing as very true right now. It will disappear. It will appear and disappear like the film is there. Acha. One day your body will also disappear. My body will also disappear. His body will also disappear. Even emotions disappear. 10 years back, whom you loved, you don't love. 20 years back, who was important is no more important. It disappeared from the mind. It evaporated. Like a dewdrop. You wonder that how I could be so close. You wonder how mad I was. You wonder that how much close I used to be. But I don't miss 10 years. No, I forgot. You only remembered me. Your school friends, college friends, so many were there. Have you missed them? No, I don't remember them. I have no time. I have to write notes. I'm struggling with Sanskrit now. Where's the time to remember anybody? It is other than known. Known is false. There cannot be many consciousnesses, there cannot be many existences, there cannot be something which is element, cannot be there. Oh. This big world, what you see, no, we are so much possessed. It's my house, it's my car, she's my daughter, he's my son, he's studying in that place, he is my son-in-law, he is my grandson. I have 3 grandsons, all are very well doing. Nothing is there. It's only blah blah. It is not proved. All are unproven things. Well, so much I'm studying unproven. All are unproven. It is illumined by something else. It is all viditam. Bekar ki baat karte ho. It is all illumined by consciousness, which is not part, product and property of anything in the world. It is unworldly consciousness. Don't be so much infatuated by anything. It is all false. What about aviditam? Abhi aa rahe hain us pe. Arey, time is over. Kab aa rahe hain aap? All time went in viditam only. Aviditam, I'm coming. It is different than known. Now I think it is little more clearer. Because consciousness, please don't forget, in Livner should not be in space. Why? Because space is illumined by the sense organ. Space, time, water, etc. are illumined by the sense organ. So which is illuminator cannot be in space because it will become finite, it will become object. So it should be unspacely. Therefore there is no shape. Anything which is not in space cannot have a shape. Anything which is not in time cannot have a shape. It can't have a shape. Which? This consciousness, which I am talking about, which is not an object, which is not a drishyam, about which it is said, Shrotrasya Shrotram, Manaso Manoyat. Okay? So that consciousness alone is there. Alone is there. That means there is no time, space, and object. No. That means there is no earth, water, etc. No. That means earth, water, air, all are false. All are proved by something else. Like the makeup. They're not proven. And they don't have, please note my point. When you say this has existence, it's false thing. A thing does not have existence because it can be separated from the existence. Its nature is not existence. If it could not be separated, I could have said it has existence. Like the milk has whiteness. I can't separate whiteness of the milk and still give you milk. I can give you what is called skim milk. I can separate the fat of the milk. Skim milk, no? That's called. Fatless milk, what is it called? Skim means remove the fat. Remove the fat. Low fat. That can be, but I can't say whiteless milk. I can't say like that. I can't remove that. If it can be removed, it was not the nature of that. But existence of everything can be removed. I say he is no longer existing. Father is no longer existing. Mother is no longer existing. My house is no longer existing. That means this form and existence, they are not two. They are not one. But they appear. That is because of your ignorance. What you say, flower exists, it is your mental problem. What? Medical problem? Mental. It is your mental problem. That means you mean to say everything, every form has non-existence. Exactly. All Viditam is non-existent. It is appearing because of what? Because of your Maya. Maya has done a game on your mind. And this is where Vedanta comes. So Maya has superimposed existence on everything and shown that is existing and is real. Exactly. And there is what teacher comes and separates existence from the object. Exactly. And he shows it is non-existent. Exactly. And therefore he will see the world is not. Yes. Okay. I'm understanding, I think. 4 points or 5 points? 5 points. Don't forget that, please. It takes a lot of effort to bring it. And for you, a lot of effort to understand that. So when you don't think over it, it will all be wasted. So try to think, bring it back in your memory. What is aviditam? बताते हैं यार, ऐसी भी क्या चलती है? If you see the population is like this. 1,000 years back, number of people were lesser. No? 2,000 were very less. I mean, whole Durban, I think, 1,000 years back, maybe 10, 15 people will be there. That I don't know, because people had come from other places. What you say locals, they have come from somebody else, somewhere else. They are not locals. It goes like this, no? Horse, cow, dog, cat. If I go back and back and back and back and back and back and back, so number of dog and number of cat will be lesser and 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 lesser. Ultimately, one dog will be there, one cat will be there, one male and one female cat will be there, one cow and one bull will be there. Ultimately, one pair will be there, one couple will be there. How come? Really? Huh? Where from it has come? If you read Bhagavad, they will say it's come from Brahmaji. Straight away Brahmaji. It's true. Only consciousness can't change to bring cow. So Brahmaji from his mind he brought cow. That means from Maya it has come out. It has just come out from Maya. From memories which is not there. It was just brought it out. On pure consciousness it was shown to you. A power expressed it. And that power is called Maya or ignorance also. Because only consciousness cannot change to bring out something. So aviditam means potential, Maya, avidya. Avidya lakshanad avyakrit bijat. Acha? So you mean to say shape came out? Shape came out. From where? Shape is just an appearance from nowhere. On the consciousness that nowhere is called avidya. It was a potential form. Shape was in a potential form. And potential is ignorance and potential is not existing actually. Potential cannot be proved. It is only consciousness can be proved. Potential cannot be proved because it is Maya. Why cannot be proved? Because other than consciousness, when you say consciousness alone is there, then other than that nothing is there. It is all false then. It is not a reality. Sannapya sanya yubayatmikano. Bhinnapya bhinna yubayatmikano. Vivek Chudamani. Acha? Maya cannot be proof. No. Is a potential, yes. But for us, potential is a very strong point. But he has a lot of potential. Use the word. He has a potential. But if consciousness is not a potential. Why? Because it is of the nature of ignorance. It is veiling something. It's like the darkness. It's like darkness. It is veiling something. It is holding something. It is creating something which is not there. Like your potential to create dream is there. Can you say that is real? In dream there are three things. One is pure consciousness, other the dream world, but between pure consciousness and dream world, there is an impression gained from the waking state. This is called potential. And that you see in the dream, because there was some compressed and suppressed thoughts, and that manifested. It is not true. It is showing there. That is aviditam of the dream. The dream has two portions, unknown and known. Known is the outside portion, and that potential impression, what you call ignorance, that is called aviditam. Consciousness is both. Why? Because its potential changes. Energy changes. It is a modifying factor. Impression expresses, and you say, I exhausted myself. It exhausts. Acha, exhausts. It is over now. Therefore, it cannot be truth. It cannot be consciousness. It is inert because it is seen, it is changing. How can inert be that? Therefore, it is different then. Consciousness is different. Viditam and viditam. Oh. Between consciousness and between horses, this is potential came, ignorance, Maya came. Maya just expressed. Like the dream horse comes. Agatan gatana patiyasi Maya. You don't know what it can make. It can make anything out of anything. It is changing. Always the cause changes to make the effect. It changes. And therefore it cannot be the truth because it is changing. I hope this point is clear. So here the same one is indicated by it is being different from known and unknown. What shall I do? Don't do for some time. Relax. See more, do less. So one who is the seer of known and seer of unknown, he is the one which Upanishad is talking about. He is the drishta of ignorance also. He is a drishta of knowledge also. He is a drishta of known things also. He is a seer of both. And he is untouched by both. In me impression comes, many impression came and went away. Many vasanas you had, you dropped it. Many new vasanas you took it. Many potential was there, it is not there now. I am illuminator of both. The whole world, I am the illuminator of the world. And of that cause of the world, I am illuminator. That is called who does not have time in space, who doesn't have modification, who doesn't have attribute, who is not changing. That I am. More we will see tomorrow. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hare Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namah. Hare